If you've ever wondered what it would be like to live just a few blocks from one of Maine's most beautiful beaches, but without all the crowds and the noise, you're going to love this home. Today, I'm taking you inside 24 Winona Avenue in Ocean Park, a neighborhood that many people don't even realize exists, and despite being one of the most charming coastal communities in Southern Maine. I'm Kim Tarbox with Five Realty Maine, and if you're thinking about moving to Maine, buying a second home, or just love looking at a beautiful coastal property, you're in the right place. So let's go take a look. Main level was designed around how people really live. The kitchen, dining room, and living room all flow together in one bright open space. Natural light pours through the oversized windows from multiple directions, making the entire floor feel warm and inviting throughout the day. The kitchen is absolutely gorgeous. White shaker cabinetry, quartz countertops, a large center island with seating, beautiful pendant lighting, a farmhouse sink, and stainless steel appliances, plus a gas cooking stove. There's just an incredible amount of workspace, which is so nice. Whether you're preparing dinner after a day at the beach or hosting family for the holidays, this kitchen becomes the natural gathering place for sure. One detail I really appreciate is how much storage there is in this house. Cabinet space is often sacrificed in coastal homes, but definitely not here. There's room for everything. The kitchen flows seamlessly into the dining area and living room area, and it just creates one large entertaining space that's perfect for both everyday life or special occasions. You have a half bath with your laundry also on this floor. And living in Maine, it just makes it easy to enjoy this home every season. Summer gets all the attention, but fall, winter, and even, rainy spring weekends become incredibly cozy when you have a nice gas fireplace anchoring the living room and just large windows that frame, the surrounding neighborhood. And you also have a first floor ensuite that brings in a ton of natural light. And because Ocean Park has such a quiet residential life, the view outside remains peaceful throughout the year. The ensuite bathroom is beautifully finished with large tiled walk-in shower, a stylish vanity, quality fixtures, and a layout that feels more like something you'd expect in a newer luxury construction. Again, everything feels fresh, nothing feels dated, and that walk-in closet is kind of amazing. The property was constructed in 2023, and nothing feels like it needs to be changed. One of my favorite things about this property isn't actually inside the home, it's where it's located. Ocean Park is unlike anywhere else along the Maine coast. While many visitors know Old Orchard Beach because of the famous pier, amusement park, and 7 miles of sandy beach, Ocean Park feels like a quieter cousin. Just a little further south, and the pace slows down considerably. The streets become quieter. You'll find tree lined avenues, classic cottages, families riding bicycles, people walking on the beach, carrying chairs under their arms, and neighbors who actually know each other. It feels like stepping into a completely different era. This home has four total bedrooms, and the additional bedrooms offer plenty of flexibility. So we're going to head up to technically what is the third level, where you've got much needed, and wanted guest space, a home office or room for family, or simply extra space for visiting friends, during the summer. The home really adapts to your lifestyle, and that's something I think buyers sometimes overlook. A great home isn't just beautiful, but it's functional, and this home checks all those boxes. If you don't know about Ocean Park was founded in 1881 as a seaside summer community built around education, arts, recreation, and family life through the Chautauqua movement. Rather than becoming another commercial beach destination, it developed around a philosophy of lifelong learning, culture, and community. Even today, the Ocean Park Association continues to host concerts, lectures, performances, and family activities that reflect those original values. The history is one of the reasons Ocean Park has such a distinctive personality. People have really come here because they appreciate the slower pace. There's a traditional amount of like families that just pass properties on through the generation, and the beaches are beautiful, of course, and the streets are walkable, and there's a genuine sense of community that has been maintained for well over a century. This is the full bathroom upstairs in the technically on the third floor, and they've got this beautiful little like gaming area that you could either create as an office or use as what they're using it as here, you know do board games, family nights, or whatever, especially when you've got maybe a rainy night or a rainy day in the summer. Of course, one of the biggest reasons people love, living here is the beach itself. Ocean Park is absolutely stunning. It's got nice, wide, sandy beaches. It's really never crowded compared to the main section of Old Orchard Beach. And morning walks here are very beautiful and incredible. Sunrise over the Atlantic Ocean really never gets old. And whether you're walking your dog in the off season, collecting shells, reading a book, or simply sitting in the sand, listening to the waves, it's really easy to understand why so many families have been returning here generation after generation. And while Ocean Park feels peaceful, you're still incredibly close to everything. Downtown Old Orchard Beach is just minutes away, and you can spend the afternoon enjoying restaurants or shops, live music, or the historic pier before returning home, to a much quieter neighborhood. Portland is about 20 minutes north, and the Portland International Jetport is also nearby for easy travel. Biddeford and Saco offer excellent restaurants and breweries and shopping. And if you want more to explore on Maine's coastline, you're perfectly positioned to do exactly that. So we're going to travel down to what I consider the first floor, which is technically the garage, because the garage, if you noticed on the outside, is underneath the house. And so you've got the direct entry living that we're walking down the stairs now. And what is also very unique about this property is that there is an elevator. So that door to the left as we're passing is the elevator door, and that goes up to the first/second floor, the main living area only. But it really offers the opportunity for someone to age in place here. Um, Currently, my clients are moving, so things are being stored and stashed and getting ready to be packed away. So this garage has ample space not only for storage, but obviously for two cars, depending on how big the cars are. You can also chillax on this patio that's covered. This is a small little yard, which makes it for, easy maintenance. Instead of a traditional ranch or cape that you often find in Ocean Park, this home has much more of a modern coastal design with beautiful, cedar impression siding, crisp white trim, oversized windows, like I said before, and that elevated main living level that gives you both presence and, practicality. Everything is very intentional. The designer is a local builder. And because the garage is tucked underneath the home, you have excellent storage, like I said, while maintaining the beautiful exterior. There is an outdoor shower. So if you're coming back from the beach, which is really nice, right, to just rinse all the sand off before you schlep it into the house. And you'll just notice that it's just becoming harder and harder to find something this close to the water at this condition without spending oodles and oodles and oodles of money. And this little stream is actually not really a stream, it's a runoff for the road. And the property owner has told me that it's not anything that they have to maintain. The state or the town maintains that. And they also have this awesome shed that has, storage for your lawnmower. I clearly had like a challenge opening this because there was a lock at the top. Your snow blower, anything else, great gardening shed as well. Most of Ocean Park is in a flood zone. Speaking of water, um, these clients have an elevation certificate that was able to reduce their flood insurance costs. But if you are carrying a mortgage on a property like this, it will be a requirement to have flood insurance. Um, and if you're not carrying one, regardless, the elevation certificate will help decrease that. So we're gonna head back upstairs because I want to show you the elevator. Again, you've got hardwood floors throughout the house. You've got carpet in the bedrooms upstairs and tile in the bathrooms. And off of the first or second floor, uh, you know, kitchen area, the stairs is the elevator. So as you can see, easily have two people here. Certainly makes it easy to bring groceries into the house. Just a great amenity to have in a newer home like this. So, whether you're looking for your primary residence, a second home by the ocean, or simply a place where every day feels a little more like vacation, this property deserves a closer look. If you'd like more information about this home, or if you're thinking about moving anywhere in Southern Maine, I'd love to help. I'm Kim Tarbox with Five Realty Maine. If you enjoyed this tour, make sure you subscribe because every week I share new homes, local community guides, relocation advice, and everything you need to know about living in Maine. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.